Alan Ladd.
Oh, Alan
Return
Ladd.
engagement stars for General Electric. And every Sunday night, General Electric brings you the
That is quite a kill list.
stars on TV.
Ronald Reagan.
Great names in
Well, they said comedy.
mystery, in romance.
Better catch Jane Wyman quick before she leaves because her husband's politics have become too conservative. Yeah, suck it.
This is where you come to for jokes, everyone. Starting off running.
Those piping fresh jokes about Ronald Reagan and Jane Wyman's relationship.
In manufacturing skill, at General Electric, progress is our most important product.
I think so. Either that or the ceaseless writhing tentacles of eldritch horror.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's a good typing exercise, but a little thin on plot.
This guy, he's got the jokes.
Fills more wastebaskets than any other. It's the nemesis of all writers. Authors have been known to lie quietly for days waiting for an idea.
I think you're thinking of migraine
For
sufferers.
adventure, hoping that
Gotta get you
half a
some
dozen
potato in
answers
ya.
at least one might lead to a good story. One did. It led to his being
Killed.
committed.
No.
John, our lovable potato, suffers from migraines, and by consuming those who have migraines, you can cure yourself of the ailment.
Well, Mr. Holliday?
Hi, Ollie. Is the building there on this block?
No, it's down the street around the corner.
Oh.
So that's where fudge is made.
Who is that sign for? It's like half under a stairwell.
Mole people.
They cater to mole. This is pretty progressive.
Lunch? I'm glad I can't join you, Lieutenant.
You have joined us.
Just because I love you.
Say hello to Kennedy.
Hi.
Oh, there's President Horseface. You remember him.
Lunch at the Gull and Arrow today.
You can get a nice $1 lunch there for $5.
You can get a nice
uninvited
dollar
guest.
lunch there for
I missed
$5, huh?
I think you're overpaying.
Quote, wanted adventure. Will go anywhere, do anything. Unquote. You better take a good look at this character, Kennedy. Someday you may have to identify him. You know, I know 8 or 10 writers around this place. They all dream up their own stuff.
Not 9?
Whoa.
That writer doesn't
got
dream up his own
advertised.
stuff.
Will do
He's kind of
anything.
shit at his job.
One of these days you're going to trip over something you can't handle.
In that case...
Yeah, I trip over something I can't handle daily. It's called my dick.
Just don't call me when I'm off duty. In fact, try not to call me at all.
Slam dunk.
But if I do, you come running.
No deal.
Sure.
See ya.
And then he does a hip thrust backflip and leaves.
Whips his penis out and swings it up across the He swings it up to the balcony across the street and zip lines away.
Yes, I answered your advertisement. It fascinated me. Tell me, are you bored, Mr. Holliday?
No, Mr. Wells, dry.
Right.
Well, you're not exactly a sparkling conversationalist yourself, so yeah.
Once in a while, my ad leads me to a new one.
I see.
Is that Rodney Dangerfield on the
Oh,
left?
thanks.
Man, he had one hell of a glow down, if so.
Are you, wondering about my proposition, Mr. Holliday?
Naturally.
It's called a helicopter maneuver. Have you heard of it?
$5 million.
Well, it's a good opening. But what do you do for the second act?
Well, it's quite simple, really, and perfectly legal. But there is a risk involved.
At those prices, I can imagine.
And for you, there's $10,000.
Let's see. 5 million. Okay. 10,000.
Find it interesting.
Different. I feel like they're different.
Oh, Clarice.
I feel like you're trying to bone me.
Mr. Holliday, this is Miss Clarice Benton.
How do you do, Mr. Holliday?
How do you do?
Oh, do please sit down. I can't stay but a moment. I just wanted to say hello to Paul. He's my attorney.
Oh, won't you have some coffee?
Oh, thank you, Paul. I can't.
I thought you said I just came to say hi to Port.
A very discreet waiter sidles up alongside her with a hefty bag dripping fat.
Things all day. Nothing's gone right. I guess this is just one of those days. Thank you. Well, I'm delighted to have met you, Mr. Holliday. Call me this evening, Paul. Goodbye.
Clarice.
My nipple clamps, thank you.
This is one of those days.
Yeah, either she's perky as hell or those things are sagging. The thing weighed quite a bit.
Charming, but just a little scatterbrain.
Did you get a pocket full of jewelry too?
Yeah. My car's outside.
Chapter 2, huh?
You're very amusing. Waiter.
Yeah, that guy drinks like Trump.
Like a pig drinks out of a trough.
2 hands and shakily.
What's the matter?
It's too bright out here. I forgot my sunglasses.
Come on, get in the car. Let me get you to the doctor.
Outside.
Oh, come.
I've been playing too much 1950s WoW. I forgot this sun thing was out here.
Shit, is this like all the time? How do you people deal with this?
Mostly it's just half the day, Bob. Still too much.
Now I gotta figure out what half the day it's up. Never ends.
Did I go to bed underwater again? Wait. Son! Is he in one of those, like, forced prison hospitals? What's going on?
It's one of those escape rooms before it was a game. You know, a kidnapping.
And he's given up.
I resign myself. Which hole first?
All right, drama queen. You've been up for like 10 seconds.
Get him into bed.
Oh, this is a psychiatric facility in the 1950s. Oh, God, get the hell out of there, man.
Carry me by the nipples.
Now, just relax for a moment, Mr. Stokes.
Huh?
I said relax for a moment.
Hope you like enemas.
Why'd you call me?
We're going to start you off easy.
And the important thing now is that you rest. Wait outside. I'll call you if I need you. Now, let's get a few facts straight, Mr. Stokes.
Now, how deep of a lobotomy were you looking for?
Stokes.
Midway or full through?
If I go along with a joke, what happens?
We'll do our best to see that you're restored to health.
Or whatever we can fit in before lunch.
I'm going to be very frank with you, Mr. Stokes. Now listen carefully.
I'm listening, Doctor.
I'm listening, Dr. Frank.
You are a doctor.
Psychiatrist.
I thought you were a doctor.
Now, there will be times when you have an absolute lack of recall.
That will be due to the amounts of brain that we decide to take out.
You'll be almost normal.
You call this normal? How'd I get here?
Your friend, Mr. Wells, brought you.
This is a hospital, right?
Yes, you see, your wife
Sure.
was greatly distressed at the
My
lack...
wife.
At the lack of progress you had made at the Millhaven Sanitarium. She's having you recommitted here.
To the Wellbrooks Crazatorium.
End of joke.
Believe me, Mr. Stokes, this has never been a joke.
Except for on Thursdays when it's casual day.
Let's be...
Rocco, I need backup! Holy crap, how many Roccos do you have?
Stokes! Stokes! Better give him another sedative.
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid Mr.
That sounds
Stokes
good.
has homicidal tendencies.
Now we're talking.
He's not resisting. Give him his drugs.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
I think that they messed the sedatives up. Pretty sure that was pure adrenaline.
And I just know they drew a penis on my forehead.
That's no good, Mr. Stokes. The straps will cut, and that hurts.
Did they have to be made out of barbed wire?
So you remember?
That's
huh?
for our amusement.
Now that's good. Lots of times
But
they
for the
can't
books, we're going to
remember
call it
nothing.
auto acupuncture.
We get a federal grant into our research in hilarious medicine.
I don't want my clothes. Get my wallet. Look in it. You'll find my identification. It's Dan Holliday.
See, you should have led with, you'll find $500 in there, and that's for you.
Stokes. Edward Stokes. Look, I undressed you. Put you in here.
Don't make me lobotomize you
My
again.
name is Dan Holliday. Go to a phone. Call Lieutenant Klinger, the city police. Describe me,
Don't
Clint.
make
Tell him
it
that
tough on yourself, Mr. Stokes. Just take it easy.
My name is not Stokes.
Not a great start, Mr.
Don't
Stokes.
get violent like they tell me you did at the other place. 'Cause if you do, I'll just have to massage you.
He says as he menacingly pulls a surge protector out of the wall.
How is he? Well, he remembered my name, but take these off.
How are you feeling after the flight of enemas?
Of course, Mr. Stokes. Please don't make us do it again. I have a surprise for you.
If you're a good boy, we'll let you use the elevator instead of the window.
Downstairs.
If you give you a couple chunks of your brain back.
Chapter 3.
This is a weird level of goon service.
Let's go meet the wife. Now remember, there'll be an attendant with Cordell, so try and make it look good, Clarice.
I'm scared, Paul.
Why?
He doesn't really look like Edward. Paul, I won't go through with it. I don't...
You're forgetting something, Clarice. $5 million. And if they ever find Edward's body, you and I go to the electric chair for murder.
Oh, stop it.
Do they have a couple's electric chair?
You identify his body as Edward, and the attendants here identify him as Edward.
Call it down in the comments. Is she wearing a hat or oil slick? I'm leaning towards oil slick.
You know, so rarely do you see the after effects of a run in Spy Hunter.
And Mr. Wells, you know this corny plot of yours, the police will never buy it. The oldest gag in the world.
Prostitution? Ah, that's the oldest job in the world. Continue. I'm here. I'm tracking.
Coffee. What's your angle, Wells?
And I could use $10 looking to relieve some stress.
Clarice simply...
You want to hook up with Madam Oilhead here?
If you'll just sign those
I am
papers, Mr. Stokes,
self-lubricating.
everything will be fine.
Nasty.
Take a lot of explaining to the police. For instance, what happened to the real Mr. Stokes?
Paul.
Clarice.
She kind of flexes and you hear...
You too.
Doctor!
Bye-bye, Daddy.
Did you kill him for that $5 million you mentioned? Or did you? Or did both of you?
Or did all three of you?
Stop the attendants.
They all think he's Stokes. Hugo even heard him say hello to Clarice. Only the three of us know.
4.
God, he can count! Proving his sanity! Release this man!
I thought you lobotomized him.
We took out the bowel control bit, not the counting bit.
You see, you don't matter. As far as Hugo and company are concerned, you're behaving exactly as you did at Millhaven.
You're off the doctor case. Turn in your badge and Dr. Gun.
It'd be self-defense.
I don't know what your cut of the $5 million is, Doctor.
Well, it's 5. I'm working with idiots. It's a pretty cherry deal.
See, you haven't killed anybody yet.
That you know of.
Take him back to his room and strap him up again.
That is a pretty accurate summation of the American healthcare system's attitude towards mental health.
Now, come on, Mr. Stokes. Let's take it easy now, huh?
Like he says, Hugo, I'm a violent man.
No, you aren't. You're a nice guy, Mr. Stokes.
That's what I've been trying to tell everybody.
My name is not Stokes.
But they just keep giving me enemas and lobotomizing me.
I haven't killed. I was brought here to impersonate him.
Sure, I know all that.
My name is Kunta Kinte!
Suicide dive over the desk. Wow, Hugo's got a meaty sounding head.
That's for the sodomy, you son of a bitch!
Get away from him, Hugo.
Oh, he's got a Dr. Gun. I see.
It's to shoot some sense into him.
What was that, a one-shooter?
Oh, that's what it... Got it.
You did it.
Yep.
He killed Hugo. Be careful, he's still got the gun. Get out the alarm.
What the f...
That window didn't open, huh?
This guy's solution to all of his problems so far is literally going head first into him.
Stokes. Edward Stokes. He just killed one of my attendants. He's a homicidal maniac, Sheriff. Don't take any chances.
Maniac just broke out of Cordell Sanitarium and killed her, and he's got a gun.
Yeah, at least he's clean. What do you mean that's not what a sanatorium does? Oh no, Billy! This doesn't look like he's got a sweat on. Did he go to like the first building he found?
He's still on the grounds. Oh, those Mormons are getting crafty.
Have you heard the good word?
I don't... It's not a shake your head. Are you alone?
Are you my Tinder date?
Now, look, I'm not going to hurt you. Where's your phone?
Maybe just a little bit.
How'd you-
Or a lot. We'll see where the night takes us.
You haven't got one.
I mean, he could hurt me a little bit.
Father and brother.
I'm already making pearls downstairs.
Down the road.
Right on the road.
The barn dance.
I've got to get to a phone. Where's the closest one?
There's a filling station right down the road.
I thought maybe we could turn this house right here into a filling station.
Program to bring you another bulletin on the escaped madman. He is armed. He is dangerous. He has already killed one man.
And by God, is he handsome.
And Hung. Did we mention Hung? Great lover.
Ladies, consider it. Makes you feel seen, valued. I can just imagine his warm, muscular arms wrapping around me and feeling safe. Safe as I ever have in my whole sad life.
An unselfish lover. One deserving of everything. The world itself.
That was Act One of Committed, starring Alan Ladd. On the 4th of July, we celebrate the day our country became free and independent.
Not if you're in the
It's
South.
guarded by our many citizens in uniform. And it's also guarded by industrial citizens like General Electric. Progress report.
Wait, were companies citizens back in the day, too?
Yeah.
In a few seconds, we're going to watch an actual test flight.
Is that a tile runway?
The largest flight test center in the world.
Oh, that's gotta be bumpy as fuck.
God, imagine the poor privates cleaning out the grout on that. Just for miles and miles.
The future.
In the desert.
And here's where General Electric flight tests its jet engines.
Probably not the best sign that your experimental high-tech jet needs to be pulled onto the runway by a Zamboni.
The Saberjet, powered with a J-47 General Electric jet engine. And here comes the fellow who will fly it, GE's chief test pilot here at Edwards, Roy Pryor. Roy?
Hey, Roy, how do you feel about being a test dummy? What?
This will be an engine air restart, Don. I'm going up to 40,000 feet, cut off the engine, wait 10 seconds, then restart the engine again.
And then die when the plane crashes into the ground because we turned off the engine.
That is what I just
See,
said.
Don, we want to find even better ways to restart our engine at altitude.
What are they doing now? Last minute check?
We're trying to restart the engine at this altitude first. Figure that's probably the safest way to go about this problem.
During this flight, to give the engineers enough to work on for days to get a detailed study of what goes on.
I'm challenging the boys. I filled the gas tank full of sugar and threw my collection of Mighty Beans into the engine. Now we're not going to interview that guy again.
In fact, have him killed.
Stocks fucking tanks.
In the General Electric control room, and we'll keep in touch with Roy over this radio. When he gets up to 40,000 feet and is ready to begin the test, he'll tell us exactly what's going on.
F you. No, buddy, F you.
F you, gravity.
Be ready to cut my engine in 3 seconds.
The plane is no longer planing. Repeat, no longer planing.
Losing altitude at the rate of 3,000 feet a minute.
Damn.
My airspeed has dropped to 210
That's not gliding. That's plummeting. Notice how you're just going down and not forward at all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My God, he's gone to plaid.
Well, he pissed the plane off to the point where he's in the stratosphere now, and we have lost radio contact.
Everything looks normal.
Yep, he is being taken out to space by a vengeful plane.
Now, this is the sort of testing that goes on day after day here at Edwards.
Maintaining our steady supply of flying corpse satellites.
The safest possible plane.
The void of space is his life net. Oh, we see he's returned. Go ahead and cut that. I don't want the pilot hearing what we had to say. He nailed it.
Good job, Bob. Good job. Everyone give him a thumbs up.
Because, as you know,
let's get the hell out of here.
This airfield's compromised.
Now, back to Alan Ladd in Act Two of Committed.
The radio did not lie. You're welcome.
Fireworks.
10 minutes. Promise?
Did the earth move for you too?
And he did such a good job. She's now a speechless mannequin.
Come back! Oh, Foreplay. I've never heard of such a thing.
He did fun things to me? Is that even allowed? Do I need to go to church?
I like how he hid behind that pole.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Charlie. Evening, Dr. Cordell. Heard the news? Yeah, what's new on the guy? Nothing yet, but he's around somewhere. Couldn't get far in what he was wearing.
He wasn't covered in greasy rags, was he?
Don't know.
He could slide for miles.
So keep your eye peeled.
He's already killed one man.
Well, those numbers aren't too impressive given the American
Am I
South.
supposed to use it on him if I see him?
Just wing him.
Okay.
What, like wing him in the left, right ventricle?
Wasn't even hiding. Wow, that gun had amazing lumbar support.
Don't try anything. I want to use your phone.
Look, fella, why don't you give yourself up? You don't stand a chance.
You're so right. But every trigger-happy guy will be out till they kill. They won't let me surrender.
Yep, the South.
Change.
We got open season on a human, boys. Yeehaw!
How much?
Nickels, dimes. $50 worth.
I'm going to hit up Atlantic City.
Fistful of dimes!
Well, I guess I should sodomize him.
Got some time.
I'm going to order a pizza first. Get it coming. That way when it gets here, I'll be hungry, ready to go.
Give me Plaza 56599.
Operator, get me a plane to Mexico, fully fueled, with $5,000 folding cash non-sequential.
Oh, imagine having one of those old-timey phones next to your head.
Oh, God.
Yeah?
Hello, Kling. Kling, this is Dan. Dan Holliday.
Click.
Look, Kling, I'm in trouble. I need you to identify me.
Another dead hooker, huh?
Where? Well, stay there.
You put her through a food processor.
All right.
Don't ask any questions. Believe me.
Was it delicious, at least?
They think I'm
Did
crazy.
you save me some?
You are crazy. But I'll be there. Tell
And
me
I
the
will
place where I
implement
can
Plan
meet you.
HP.
The time dance on Highway 49. Highway 49.
Yeah.
Near the
Yeah.
Cordell Cemetery.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, look, I'll be there somewhere. But
I'll be
remember,
somewhere
Highway
on the
49.
entirety of a highway.
And hurry, will you?
Right.
Yeah, you're on a highway somewhere, whatever. I'll do something about it after breakfast. Ooh, a barn full of liquored up rednecks. This should be a safe place for an escaped convict.
White people.
All right, choke it down and blend in.
Push the urge to burn it all down deep, deep inside you.
Hi.
You're not gonna die, are you?
Yeah, my car broke down. It's a gas station down the road.
You want to watch me polish my belt buckle?
I guess that's it.
Hey, you better go on inside while you're waiting. That crazy...
What are the police enforcing participation with this barn dance?
Maybe you're right.
I better go ahead to those young folks inside.
He says, pulling out his nightstick.
You know, it's moments like this that I truly understand why our race is the most evil. This is what they're choosing to unwind. Surely in the back of all of their minds, there's a ticking time bomb of explosive anger just waiting to go off.
Years of repressed fury from being made to square dance with a smile. I mean, this is fine, but when does the orgy start?
Urge to go back to the insane asylum rising.
It wasn't so bad there, was it?
Better than this, I tell you what.
Was it some kind of swingers club?
It's like concussed ballroom dancing is the vibe I'm getting. I sure love neglecting my duties as a police officer, especially when an insane psycho is on the loose.
All right, everyone, take your partner and do the hostage dance.
Yeehaw!
This isn't a stick-up. This is some sort of hillbilly fuckery dance.
Wait, did they get out while it was moving? That siren's still going.
Everybody, off the floor.
Everyone off the floor. It's lava.
And time for our next musical guest, Marilyn Manson. Come on out so we can shoot you.
Okay.
Now to begin my new life behind this bale of hay. This hay bale will be my wife. I will call her Balina.
Shoot as soon as he comes out.
My God, I can hear what he's doing to that hay bale.
Here, hold it a minute. Hold it.
Get away from that door, you idiot. So what?
You've got the
Not just a killer, a psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? You stay where you are. Otan, are you in there? This is Kling. Can you hear me? It's Kling.
Cling on or cling film?
Cling in.
Come on out.
Oh.
What? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to stay in here.
Make him throw the gun out first.
Okie doke.
It's okay. It's holiday.
He's not a selfish lover. He's not. Oh. Yes! Yes! No! Bring him back!
What's this?
Hey, fellas! Mud wrestling isn't till tomorrow night.
You're not dressed for it.
A couple of jokers by now, Paul Wells.
Bikinis or tube stocks only.
They're waiting in my office. They're the ones that killed the real Stokes. Come on, you.
Our mud wrestling matches are contended in the honorable tradition of our ancestors. Yes, that's right. Red Hot Chili Pepper rules.
Guess I owe you an explanation. You see, I'm a writer, and the real Stokes had a lot of money. And Clarice, his wife, and this fellow called Paul Wells, you tell her, Kling.
I wasn't here for,
He's crazy.
all of this.
You know he's right.
Oh, we're just going to end it there. Okay. Great work, everyone.
Exciting melodrama and Alan.
Get out of my front room, Reagan.
Thanks to Alan for a gripping performance. Next week,
my wife, until she became disgusted with my politics. And that's a true story.
In the meantime, remember,
Electric!
Comes progress.
From progress comes that.
In the defense of our nation.
Why are you advertising electricity to me? What else am I going to do?
It's kind of a weird medium to, peddle electricity on something that requires it.
Good night for General.
I'm over here watching TV on my coal-powered television.
There's gotta be a better way.
What, Jamuka Frank Gristle.
Story and teleplay by Russell Hughes. Director of photography, John E. something.
Ronald Reagan. Someone did all the sound. An Electric Jaguar production.
Oh, that's a sweet band name.
Electric Jaguar.
Look at them. Disgusting insects scuttling about their meaningless lives.
Hi, Bob.
Still scuttling about your meaningless life?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Carry on, insect.
What was that?
That.
Ah.
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 Ah. Ah. And John has one.
We do that joke a lot, but I love it so much. It's not even a joke.
No, it's not.
It's just noises.
It sounds like two grumpy old men confused.